Hello, everyone. If you're new, welcome. If you are returning, thank you. I appreciate you. So today we're here for Eminem, Beautiful Pain, featuring Saya. And I know I heard Saya in another song and just loved her. So I'm excited for this. I did pull up the video. It says explicit, so I'm hoping I have the right one. Right, Beautiful Pain featuring Saya. Let's go.
I can feel the heat rising. Everything is on fire. Today's a painful reminder of why it can only get brighter the further you put it behind you. But right now, I'm on the inside, looking out close. The tornado warning, today's like the morning after. Your world is torn in half. You wake in its wake to start the morning process. And rebuilding, you're still a work in progress. Today's a whole new chapter. It's like an enormous ass. Thunderstorm is past you. Your weather didn't poke its eye out with the thorn bush that you used to smell the roses. Stop to inhale, can't even tell your nose is stuffed. So focused on the bright side, then you floor the gas pedal and hit the corner faster. More assertive, never looking back, may hit the curb. But every day's a new learning curve as you steer through life. Sometimes you might not want to swerve, but you have to avert a disaster. Lucky no permanent damage, cause they hurt you so bad. It's like they murdered your ass and threw dirt on your casket. But you return from the ashes, and that hurt that you have, you just converted to gasoline. And while you're burning the past, standing at inferno and chanting.
That was a lot, and yeah, it can't be the correct video. This feels like a clipped together. But I mean, I'm gonna just go back quite a bit, but my interpretation of what's being said is that release, so to speak, where you might still be in pain, but it's like you can only go up from here type of feeling. Like it's a beautiful pain because suddenly there's light at the end of the tunnel, or suddenly you see the way out of the pain. And he had made some references to sometimes you have to swerve to avoid a disaster. It's like you're on a path, but sometimes you have to swerve to avoid a disaster. And let's just go back and listen a little more.
Ass. Thunderstorm is past you. Your weather didn't poke its eye out with the thorn bush that you used to smell.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. So he's saying it's like that point, where the storm has finally passed you. So you might still be in pain from the storm, but it is behind you now. It's finally past you.
Thunderstorm is past you. Your weather didn't poke its eye out with the thorn bush that you used to smell the roses. Stop to inhale, can't even tell your nose is stuffed. So focused on the bright side, then you floor the gas pedal and hit the corner faster. More assertive, never looking back, may hit the curb. But every day's a new learning curve as you steer through life. Sometimes you might not want to.
Oh, and then he says, you swerve, you hit the gas and swerve, and every day is a new learning curve. Wow. He's just so clever.
Swerve, but you have to avert a disaster. Lucky no permanent damage, cause they hurt you so bad. It's like they murdered your ass and threw dirt on your casket. But you return from the ashes, and that hurt that you have, you just converted to gasoline. And while you're burning the past, standing at inferno and chanting.
So he's saying they might have tried their damnedest to destroy you. But you just rise from the ashes, and as you're rising from the ashes, sorry, I just want to hear that part again.
Ass and threw dirt on your casket, but you return from the ashes, and that hurt that you have, you just converted to gasoline, and while you're burning the past, standing at a...
Yeah, so as you're rising from the ashes, you just convert all of that into gasoline, he says. So it's like that history or that trauma, whatever it is, whatever the case may be, it's fuel now. It's fuel to move forward. Ugh.
Inferno and chant.
Setting fire to yesterday. Oh.
What happened to swallow this pill is like it happens all the time. They take your heart and steal your life, and it's as though you feel you've died, cause you've been killed inside, but yet you're still alive, which means you will survive. Although today you may weep cause you're weakened, and everything seems so bleak and hopeless. The light that you're seeking, it begins to seep in. That's the only thing keeping you from leaping off the mother freaking deep end. And I'm pulling for you to push through this feeling, and with a little time that should do the healing. And by tomorrow you may even feel so good that you're willing to forgive them, even after all the shit you've been put through. This feeling of resilience is building, and the flames are burning quick as fire. With through this building you're sealed in, but your fireproof flame retardant you withstood it. And as you climb up to the roof, you're just chilling. You look down cause you're so over them, you can put the heel of your foot through the ceiling. As time passes, things change every day, but wounds heal, but scars they remain the same. But tomorrow today's going down in flames. Throw the matches, set the past up blaze. So feel the fire beneath your feet as you barely even perspire from the heat.
Ooh, I do feel like he's specifically talking about like relationship pain, breakups, things like that, because he's saying they tore your heart out. I do feel like it could be applied to other things, and maybe I'm wrong about the relationship thing. Y'all can let me know in the comments, but he's talking about, maybe one day it'll be a tomorrow that you wake up and you're so over them. And just so powerful. And he's talking about like your resilience just keeps building. And then he even has that line of like, hey, I'm pulling for you. And before you know it, you're standing at the top of the building. So you're standing on top and you're flame retardant, he says. So they can't hurt you anymore, in other words.
So feel the fire beneath your feet as you barely even perspire from the heat. Exhale deep and breathe a sigh of relief as you say goodbye to the grief. It's like watching the walls melt in your prison cell, but you've extinguished this living hell. Still a little piece of you dies as you scream.
Yeah, and I do feel like there's a message of living the experience, getting past the experience, but learning from it, right? Because there was this reference to the wounds have healed, but the scars remain. Like the scars is like a reminder, like lessons learned. And he's kind of talking about like now you're standing at the top of this building and the flames rise and you can feel the heat, but you barely break a sweat or you don't break a sweat. So it's like, yeah, I've been here before. I've been in the flames before. And I learned. Is that right?
You guys scream.
Ooh, chills. beautiful pain. And it's just so satisfying to me that towards the end of the song they made the phoenix reference and the wings and flying reference, because throughout the song there was so much talk about like flames and things like that, ash, and it's like the phoenix rising out of the ashes to become stronger. And I feel like this song is specific to that juncture where you've just weathered something, and so there's still pain. But it's a beautiful pain because you know that the worst is behind you, right? The worst of it is behind you. And now you can move forward to a new day, to a new tomorrow. Only up from here, only healing from here. So there might still be pain, but it's a beautiful pain because there's hope in that pain. Wow. What a beautiful song. What a beautiful message. And I do feel like it was centered around like relationship pain. And again, y'all can tell me if I'm off base with that. But I feel like you could apply it to other things. Wow, that was beautiful. And Saya is just amazing. And Eminem is amazing as he's been in everything that I've heard so far. And chills. I mean, I was getting chills throughout that song. That's beautiful. And I mean, motivational to a degree, isn't it? It's like whatever the case may be, you can rise up. You can, because whatever the case may be, you can rise up, you can move forward, you can better your situation, whether that's, your life situation, your emotional state, your well-being. It's like a phoenix rising. I love that message. That was great. Love that. Thank y'all so much who suggested that. I mean, chills, just wow. Weathering the storm and picking up the pieces and being better for it eventually. That's a beautiful message. Thank y'all so much, and I'll see you in the next one.